Good morning, classmates and teacher. Today I'm going to talk about a little bit of the area we have already seen, and as you've already seen, it's talk about fish farming. First of all, I'm going to make like a summary and talking about a little bit of what the video mentioned. Um, First of all, it's important to mention and to have in mind that during these last decades, the population is growing, and as we know, we don't have like enough resources, or there are enough resources, but there is a bad distribution of these resources, and that's why some people have food, some people don't have, some are dying, and some are not. And the solution to all this kind of problem is to change the the way that we are eating. First of all, because we are wasting all our resources, and as we know, some of them are not renewable, as the soil, the water, and other ones. And we are also making pollution with this kind of industry. For example, meat industry is one of the biggest polluters for the environmental, because they waste too much water, they waste soils for growing crops to feed the animals and other stuff. In the mention is there are two solutions that the the speaker gives. For the first one, he mentioned that we cannot become vegetarian, and but this is like a utopia, because uh, since we are child, we are taught, we are teachers to eat animals in order to get our amino acids and our proteins, because this is important, because you need to grow, because you need to make a lot of activities, and society always have told you that if you don't eat animals, then your life will not be like normal. And I don't share this opinion, because I'm vegetarian since I'm vegetarian for 4 years, I guess, or 3 years. I don't remember actually. But the point is that I don't share this opinion, because when we are eating animals, we are wasting too much resources in feed these animals, and then we don't have enough food to feed the whole population. For example, in the videos mentioned that if you want like pound of meat, then you need to waste a lot of. The pound of meat has a big process, and during this process it wastes a lot of water. You waste, as I told you before, the crops with that you feed the animals, and all that stuff. And in my opinion, this shouldn't be, because there are a lot of people around the world who are not eating, who are, for example, in Africa, there are a lot of kind of kids, of childs that are not eating well, because there is a bad distribution of the resources. And the other solution that the speaker gives is to start thinking different, and start farming fishes and not hunting, because he mentioned that start farming fishes is like a new alternative, because you don't waste too much environment, you have like a variety of food, and you also as I mentioned before, you don't waste too much the environment, and this is like you have a control of the proteins that you get, and you don't waste too much the resources, because you don't, for example, you just give to the fishes the quantity of food that they need, and you don't need to waste too much water and too much crops in order to feed them. and this is like a part of a project of ocean conservation, and I'm very glad to hear this news because I know that not all the people will be agreed to become vegetarian, but they can agree to start changing their mind little by little, starting just eating fishes. In in conclusion, we need to start thinking different, and because the resources are going down, and if we want to keep being a dominant species, we need to change the way that we see the world, and we need to create new methods in order to feed the whole population.